So, me and Shelly, we think we have talked about the land and all that has been going on, and it's a difficult situation. Shelly having a business degree, you know, and me being a 168, you know. Anyway, so you know, over the years, me and Shelly have struggled and struggled and struggled, and things got rough over time. And yes, we've asked for money, and yes, we have used the money on what we said we're going to, and we have built off of the money that people have given us, because that's what we asked for the money for, and that's what we did with it. And over the course of these years, we invested our money. We invested our money and made sure that we had a secure future, a secure place that we could go, whenever we wanted to. And, when people are asking for donations and things like that, yeah, it's okay to, if you're in desperate need, to stay in hotel rooms and things like that, if that's what you can afford, but the future needs to be secure. If so, me and Shelly have thought about what we're going to do with the land, even before we got here. Find investors, funding, and, get people to envision our dream and, see if they want to invest, and, everybody, I think when they're starting a business, a real business, uh, getting, business LLCs and EINs and things like that. I think that, people go through their struggles. That's why people have coaches and, finance brokers and, things like that. So, yeah. Anyway, I talked to someone the other day, and we were talking about maybe adding someone on to our dream, our scope, and nothing was finalized because no one had the money yet, and that's what business is about, money. You can't run a business without money. You can't run a business on a promise. You can't run a business on a loan. At least if you don't pay the loan first. You know what I mean? So when people negotiate, usually you sign contracts, you sign papers, and the money is distributed however the contract is given or talked about. I don't believe in ghost writers or ghost managers, ghost CEOs, or any of that. I've got to see who I'm dealing with and what I'm dealing with up front. With that being said, I'm not selling my land to anyone. I'm not, and if I decided to sell the land to someone, they would actually, we would actually have to do it in person, and so money could be exchanged or whatever, or even if it was cash app, then someone was going to do it that way. But goes on a promise that money is coming is not how people grow. It's not how people make money, and it's just the way it is. See, it's not about how many people you have, it's about the people that you have. Again, let me say this. It's not about how many people you have. It's about the people that you have. So, yeah. I appreciate, other people's dreams and things like that. And I do, I do want to work with other people. And, if necessary. Uh, but I think that, myself included, that we need to have our mind straight and our money together before before we can just have someone come and do half of what we're trying to accomplish here. Yeah, and I it's yeah, I, it's just the way it is. We're not gonna just give the property away to just anyone. So I don't even know where that came from. Uh, I just wanna be what me and Shelly plan to be. I think that's fair. I think me and Shelly's vision is where we're at right now, and I really don't think that we need a partner. At least how can I say this, Shelly? I mean,
I'm not getting rid of my land.
Yeah, Shelly doesn't want to get rid of her land, and definitely not the generator, because it was something was personally given to us,
From someone very close to me.
And it's sacred. So, yeah. So, unless there's $5,000 handed up front, I can't see us getting rid of our land no matter what. And it's worth that. Believe me, it's worth that. Once you see the views and things like that, and the gas and stuff that we spent getting to and from Oregon with the camper. Yes, it needs repair. It needs some repairs, but it's livable. We live in it, and it's decent. So I think that anyone who wanted to live here or buy it would need a vehicle, definitely. And the jobs are very scarce here. They're very scarce. So it's going to be hard for anyone to find a job here, especially black and white. Just keeping it real. And me and Shelly have quite a few viewers. I mean, we went viral a couple times, right, Shelly? I think. And we just try to keep the trolls down, because haters do make you famous, but they also get on your nerves. So I try not to. I just try not to live that way anymore. You know what I mean? we've grown. We've grown. We've grown into maturity, and we just want to have faith in God, grow our business, and be human. And if anyone wants to invest in the business, then that's okay. We accept investors, we accept funding and things like that, but I don't think that we're looking for someone to take over, right, Shelley? Because we have our own dream, and we have our kids that are going to take over one day once it gets going and established. So I think that's all that I really have to say.
We've promised to our kids already.
Yes. So we love you guys, and God bless you. And I hope that things work out, and maybe
We say things when we get frustrated. Everybody does. I mean, yeah. But I'm not getting rid of my land.
yeah. I mean, maybe if we had the I would just keep growing the business, just keep adding on to it, keep growing the business. Making sure that there was gravel in the driveway, making sure that the vehicle that we had was functional and able to work and able to haul stuff that we need, getting campers on it and things like that. That's what the funding would go for. We're just too old to live the lifestyle of living in hotels and uh, eh, and we yeah.
I like van life, but I want somewhere to settle down. Have my garden, my chickens, my farm,
and we want to brag about our land and things like that, and what it took for us to get it, and how long. You know what I mean?
We've been clean 11 years.
Yeah, that's accomplishment. That's accomplishment when you have your own land and somewhere to live, your own vehicle, and all of it's paid for. That's accomplishment. Some people believe that having a $2 million house, that they're renting is accomplishment, or a $150,000 house on land that they're still paying for is accomplishment. But ours is paid for. It may not be the fanciest, it may not be much, but it's paid for. And yeah, I think that's about it. We're not braggers. We're proud of what we have. And yeah, our fan base is actually pretty good. We have people that actually give us solid information, and we may not get what we want or what we need all the time, but information is critical, and opinions are critical. And if in this business, I consider it a business now, you have to be able to take criticism. You have to be able to listen to other people. You have to be able to, accept when you're wrong, or if there's another way to do something. You have to be willing to accept that, because, if you don't, you could. I mean, there's people that are way, way, way more experienced than we are. And there's people that are even in peer recovery coaching. There's people that are way more experienced than us at a lot of things. I may have a 168 IQ. Shelley may have a business degree. But there's people with the experience that we need to take us further. And you get what I'm saying? Money is key in business to grow your business, but so is information. So is having the right connections. Like I said, it's not how many people you have, it's the people that you have. So I would like for you guys, when you get off, to like, share, follow, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And leave me a comment, man. Let me know what you think. I'm acceptable of criticism. We've come a long way. Trolls welcome. Uh, if you're a business owner, and just bought your own land and started your own business, and you've become successful, or hell, even if you haven't become successful, share your thoughts, share your opinions, your dreams. What's made it work for you? What hasn't made it work for you? We can learn. We're always willing to learn. So, with that being said, we love you guys, each and every one of you. Not mad at anybody for their opinion, but we have ours too. We love you. God bless.